everybody, and welcome back to Dragon Wing Diamonds. I am here today with a WIP in chat. WIP stands for Work in Progress, and chat, I'm just going to we're going to do a little different here. I'm going to talk about my weekend, because, you know, I just posted a WIP in chat on Friday, and I'm trying to get myself back on schedule. So, I'll be talking about my weekend, and then I'm going to do some Halloween tag questions, because, you know, I thought that would be fun. Just a heads up, I apologize, but I am sick. I got hit hard yesterday with this cold, and I am feeling a little bit better today, but ugh. It's just, my voice is going to be a little scratchy because I've had a sore throat. So, hopefully it's not too unbearable, and I'm sorry. Mostly because I don't like getting sick. So I am working on Halloween spooky pumpkins. I was hoping to have this done by the end of the month, but unfortunately I did kind of lose a day with being sick yesterday. So I don't know if that's going to be possible. So I might only have one finish for this month. And I don't know how I feel about that. You're probably going to hear little noises in the background. The doggo is roaming. Everybody else is asleep upstairs though, so hopefully it's not too bad. Okay, so what I'm using today, I have my Butterfly Effect Wearers pen. This is the Pumpkin Spice pen. And then of course I am using the matching putty to go with it. And this is my favorite scent of pumpkin spice I've smelled in a putty so far, and it's unfortunate I can't smell it right now. In my single placer, I am using the Cinnabon glue dots. For my tray, I am using my cat-proof diamond painting tray. This is in the sunset color. I've just figured though it looks like pumpkin too, so it works. And then my washi tape, I have this cute little kitty washi tape from Amanda Michelle Designs, although I don't think it's going to make it. Actually, I think I'm on like the last couple, so I don't think it's going to make it for the rest of this kit, so I'm going to have to pull out a different washi tape for it. And then my cover minders, we have this cutie from Miranda's Crafty Corner, and then this cutie from Mermaid Cavern. Okay, I think that's everything. So, how's everybody doing? Hopefully everybody's doing better than I am. And I was like cursing when I got sick. I'm like, come on, I gotta get back on track with my WIP and chats, and now I'm sick. Like, come on. So yeah. And there's a pupper by my foot. So yeah, this weekend was actually a lot of fun. So last talked to you on Friday. We had plans over words. My brain is like kind of mush right now because I've been like asleep all day yesterday. So yeah, so Friday evening we went to Spirit Halloween so the kids could pick out their Halloween costumes, and then we went and picked out our pumpkin. Well, we did pumpkins first, and then we went to Spirit. So I got my like obligatory Sydney in front of a pumpkin photo, and one of them is hilarious because she looks like she's like plotting something evil. The way I got it, it's like I just cut her eyes at just the right moment. So that was entertaining, and everybody had a blast. And then yep, we went to Spirit and picked out costumes. So we let the boys have free reign to choose whatever they wanted to be. So we just told them this year we're not going to do anything extra. We're just getting the costumes, no accessories or anything like that. And then we're like, you know, hopefully like next Halloween they'll be with their mom, and then the Halloween after they'll be back with us. I told them, I'm like, well, at that point we should be able to go all out with accessories and stuff like that. So this year we're just going to do without, and then just look forward to it in a couple of years here. And so Drake ended up getting a character named Drift from Fortnite. So he's going to be that for Halloween. He's very excited about it. And then Alex decided to go with like a military ghillie suit. I don't know why. That's one he wanted to be. And then we went over to the children's section there, or the baby section, infant and toddler section, I guess that's what they called it, and found Sydney's Halloween costume. So she's going to be a kitty. But the thing I love about it most is that it's got the upside down crescent moon, like Luna from Sailor Moon. So we're like, okay, you're going to be Luna. Because it's a black cat too. So it's super cute. So yeah, got those all picked out. And then we like talked to the neighbors because we're like, well, we have the boys this year for Halloween. We weren't sure what we were going to do. Their cousins aren't available. What are you guys doing for Halloween? And then they're like, oh, we're just trick-or-treating up and down the road here. I'm like, oh, can boys join along with us? Can we like go as a group? And she's like, oh, that'd be so much fun. So yeah, so we're gonna take all the kiddos together. So it's gonna be a lot of fun, and I know the boys are really excited about it, and I can guarantee the girls are pretty excited about it too. They love hanging out together. And then So yeah, that was our Friday. It was very fun. Oh yeah, I also had my presentation on Friday. That's right. Because I talked to you early in the day. What are you doing? I think he's confused because I moved the high chair. So yeah, I had my presentation in the morning, and that went really well. It was awesome. We did a presentation on the fantasy genre for my Guilty Pleasures course, and I got really excited because I was able to find for the group like this really awesome dragon slides back, like the background images for slides and stuff like that. And so we're like, oh yeah, let's do it. And so I got that in there, and it looked awesome. And yeah, it went well. Unfortunately, we ran out of time because the group ahead, because like there was 2 presentations that day. It was our presentation of fantasy novels, and then the group ahead of us did the science fiction novels, and they kind of like went over their time by a little bit. So we were able to get through our entire presentation, but we weren't able to lead a class discussion. So hopefully that doesn't like knock down our grade at all. But I don't think it will, because teacher understands, and I'm pretty sure she probably learned that she doesn't want to do 2 presentations in a day again. But yeah, it's the first year this course has been given at the college, so that's why she's kind of like learning as she goes, and there's nothing wrong with that. I'm okay being a guinea pig, because honestly I am enjoying this course a lot. It's a lot of fun. Just laying down with the door with this toy. And then Saturday, my mom came over, and then I texted her Friday night. I'm like, hey, how do you feel about decorating carving pumpkins tomorrow with us? And she's like, oh, that sounds like fun. And so she came over. She brought donuts with her. She's like, yep, figured to sugar up the kids. I'm like, oh, I appreciate it. So we all sat down and had a donut, and it's so cute. Like Dunkin' Donuts apparently has these little spider donuts, and they're like the frosted donuts. But in the donut hole, like the whole section of the donut, they put a donut hole in it, a chocolate one, and then did little like chocolate frosting out to make spider legs. And so she got one for each of the kids, but I think only Alex ate his. I ate Sydney's, and my fiance ate Drake's. So that was pretty funny. But yeah, Sydney had a pumpkin donut, and she absolutely adored it. She was just like scarfing that thing down. And I can't remember what the boys had. And then as soon as we were done, Alex was like, oh, can I have another one? It's like, okay, you had a peanut butter and fluff sandwich for lunch. You had apples, you had chips, and now you had a donut. No, you're only getting one. And then, of course, my mom's like, oh, well, maybe you can have it tomorrow for breakfast. And then he's like, oh, I can have a donut for breakfast? And then, like, my mom was like, oh, wait, only if your parents say it's okay. And then I was like, well, what we'll probably do is we'll do, like we did today, have lunch and then have like a donut as a little sugary snack afterwards. But we had to make the rule though, like don't ask us for the donut, otherwise you'll lose it. And he actually did good about it, to the point that we almost forgot. But yeah, we ended up, but anyways, that's Sunday, back to Saturday. So yeah, we had our donuts, and then we got stuff out for the pumpkin carving. And then we realized we don't actually have any paint for Sydney that's safe. Like, we have acrylic paint, but it's not non-toxic. So I wasn't trusting it, because that girl is the queen of shoving stuff in her mouth that she shouldn't. So we decided, like, we're gonna hold off on her pumpkin, although I'm getting to a point where I might just carve something into it for her. I don't know. Because we've been, well, especially now that I'm sick, it's like, okay, well, now our week is getting kind of messed up. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see what ends up happening. Maybe we'll make a trip out to Joann's and check it out and stuff. So yeah, we got pumpkins carved. Both Alex and Drake did goofy faces into theirs. I did a kitty, and my fiance did a little tombstone with a skull on it, I think, yeah. And they all turned out really awesome. And then while we were at Spirit in the line, because, you know, they always have those little things there on the way to the exit where, you know, all the kids are like, can I get this? Can I get this? Can I get this? And all the parents have to say no a million times. Well, there was, like, little battery-operated tea lights And like I grabbed it and I looked at the price and it wasn't too bad, so I was like, hey, you want to get these for the pumpkins? And Alex, of course, is like, yeah. And then my fiance was like, yeah, let's do it. And so we grabbed those as well. So yeah. So yeah, that was a fun time. Although we haven't put the lights in the candle or in the pumpkins yet. They're kind of just chilling outside right now. And then yeah, Mom got to spend some quality time with Sydney, watch her running around, and oh my goodness, Sydney was showing off. Like, she was totally showing off for my mom. And I'm like, oh girl, you're such a showboat. I can't even. You're so much my daughter. Like, why? Why are you not more like your father? He's so calm and chill. I'm not. So yeah, it was fun. Mom got to experience Sydney and work with her with build Duplos with her and stuff like that. And Mom got to meet the puppy. And it was so funny because like we got to a point where he was getting a little too chaotic with the new person in, so we were like, okay, time for a little puppy quiet time. So we put him in the bathroom. And then like later on, Mom's like, I forgot the dog was here. She's like, he's so quiet in there. I'm like, yeah, he's probably sleeping so he can cause all the trouble after the fact. So it was pretty funny. She's like, how do you not forget he's in there? It's like, well, because we're used to having him around now. That way you don't forget. So yeah. I'm gonna take a sip of my coffee. Throat's a little scratchy. So yeah, that was a fun Saturday. So we had 2 very Halloween-y days, which I was all for because, you know, I love Halloween. And then, oh yeah, and then I painted my nails on Friday because I was like, yeah, I want to paint my nails and stuff like that tonight because I had the energy and I had the time. And I was watching Sunday Scaries with Veronica. Well, that was Friday Scaries in this case, but I was watching it with Veronica and Jade and Sophie. And yeah, I was like, oh, I'm gonna paint my nails while I'm watching this and stuff like that. And then, you know, of course, next day I'm like, oh, I'm carving pumpkins and I just painted my nails. Thankfully, they survived pretty okay. Although I think I need to do multiple coats of black next time. But you know, you learn as you try new things. So then Sunday, we kind of decided just, you know, we're going to have a nice relaxing day. Well, that's what we decided, and then that kind of changed. So yeah, we were going to have a nice relaxing day, and I just wanted to diamond paint because it's like, I barely diamond painted this weekend. I kind of want to just sit on my butt and diamond paint for a little bit. And ended up not really getting much of that. It was Monday that was the day that I actually got a chance just to sit and diamond paint all day. But, right? Or was it Sunday? I don't remember. It was one of those days. No, it was definitely Sunday. It was Monday. So we had been, like, kind of throwing the idea around where, so our, like, kitchen area, right over, like, there-ish, there, because, like, basically it's a big rectangular room with that has the kitchen and the dining room in one. And it's, like, divided by an island. Well, divided by a counter, an L-shaped counter. And over against that we had, or we still have the bookshelf there that's got some toys on it. But we also had like one of those cube shelves, you know, the ones that have like the collapsible square bins that you shove in, like you can shove into it. So yeah, we had one of those over there with all the boys' toys and stuff. And we're like getting to a point now where Sydney's getting into everything. Like she's trouble. She was like pulling out Hot Wheels and Nerf darts and stuff like that, which I ended up having to bag up the Nerf darts because, you know, she kept, you know, leaving them around and the dog get a hold of them, and we actually lost a Nerf dart to that so far. It's only toy so far though, so I'm pretty impressed. So, so yeah, we were like, okay, we need we need to do something about this because like up on the top shelf was a Lego bin, or like one of those with Legos in it, and it's a million small pieces, like, and I'm like, ugh, she's gonna end up knocking that to the ground or pulling it down on herself, hurting herself, swallowing pieces. So we're like, okay, we need to do something now. Like, this is getting to the point where we can't have her down here or dealing with this anymore. And so my fiance went upstairs with the oldest, Alex, and they went and like looked at the room and like, okay, how can we rearrange this and stuff like that. Did some measurements and stuff. And so what ended up happening was Drake's dresser got moved. It's at the end of their bed now because they have a bunk bed. And then Alex's dresser is remaining in place, and then where Drake's dresser was, the toy shelf is now sitting there. And we got everything moved upstairs on Sunday and organized and looking nice. And of course, like, immediately the boys were like, oh, I want to play up here. And so they were playing up there for a little bit, and then we had to bring them back down because, you know, Sydney had to go down for a nap, and their rooms are like right next to each other. And basically the main rule, like, we had 2 rules with the toys being upstairs, and the first one is like, early mornings, don't be messing with them, you'll get in trouble. And then the other one is that when their sister is down for a nap, they can't be playing loudly up there. So they came down for after her, or when it came time for her nap, and they were playing Switch and stuff like that, and they had been playing oh, that's another thing. Okay, I gotta go back to Friday after I'm done with this. They were playing Smash Bros. And like just goofing around and stuff like that. And then after Sydney was up for a nap, they were like instantly asked like, oh, can we go back up? And it's like, well, you're gonna be leaving in 15 minutes because they were gonna go back to their mom's house. And then of course, like 5 minutes later, Alex asked again, and it was like, no, you're gonna be like, if we're just careful, or if we just clean things up. It's like, no, like by the time you even get something out, it's gonna be time to go. So no. It's like, you're gonna have plenty of time to play with it when you come back here. So yeah, we got Sydney up from nap and stuff, and then, you know, my fiance got things all ready for her bedtime for me, which was really awesome, because, you know, I was exhausted after moving all that stuff around, because, you know, we were like up and down the stairs multiple times, and like me and the boys were awesome. They did a great job helping. So yeah, did a lot of up and down stairs and stuff like that. So by the time we were done, I'm like, okay, I need to sit. And then of course, you know, we got Sydney back out of her crib for a little bit. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna watch her downstairs while you guys do all the rest. But yeah, and then I got the stuff ready for her bedtime and everything like that. And then I said my goodbyes to the boys, and then it was time to relax for me. I basically, and you know, I'm listening to Shay's Live while all this is going on. Because I got my wireless headphones, so I was getting those, I had those plugged in. And I was getting Sydney ready for bed, got her laid down, and got my time to relax and stuff like that. And then of course we got Panera for dinner on Sunday, and like it was a gloomy day and everything like that, so I was like, I just want a cup of the broccoli cheddar soup. That's what I want. And what I ended up getting was half a cup of mac and cheese, and I was like, that's not even like a full meal right here, like what the heck. And so my poor fiance drove all the way back out to Panera and made them correct the order and stuff like that, which ended up getting us 2 bowls of the broccoli cheddar soup. So that worked out nicely because I had that yesterday for lunch, I think it was, or something. So it worked out nicely for me, especially my sickiness, like that helped me a lot. So yeah. And then we kind of just relaxed, and I did Diamond Painting for the rest of the night and just enjoyed myself. So yeah, back to Friday, because I forgot a little tidbit. So this is the thing that made Friday the best day ever, according to Alex. We when we were having dinner, Alex, or the boys, asked if we could play Smash Bros. Or it was right after dinner. He asked if my fiance wanted to play Smash Bros. And then they're like, oh, do you want to play too, Mackenzie? And I'm like, yeah, why not? Sure. That sounds like fun. And so we got multiple things hooked up to Drake's Switch. So we had Alex was playing on his wireless controller. We paired it to Drake's Switch. My fiance was playing on one Joy-Con. Drake was playing on the other Joy-Con, and then I was using Alex's wired controller. And so we were playing and having a blast and stuff like that. And like basically got to like at first we were just choosing characters and stuff like that. But then we got to a point where like, let's just choose random. Because, like me and my fiance, we haven't played much of the newer Smash Bros. Like the Smash Bros. On Switch. Like we played Brawl and Melee a lot, but not really the Switch one very much. Like I own it, I just haven't played it much. So we basically were just kind of like messing around with characters. We're like, you know what, we're just gonna do random now because I need to learn these characters a little bit better and figure out which ones are good in this game and stuff. And then there was one round where I ended up getting Villager from Animal Crossing. Well, apparently it's like one of the best characters in the game. And then like I'm hitting buttons, I don't know what's going on, and like things are just happening to people. Like there was like one part where like he was like painting, and all like the three of them were like pictures that were being painted and stuff like that, and I was just like, wait, did I do that? And they're like, yeah, you're doing that. I'm like, oh, okay. And then like at the point I was getting a victory, like I had picked up a gunner or something, and I'm like running around in the game shooting things, and of course my fiance made the joke like, oh great, now she's got a gun, and the boys thought that was the most hilarious thing. Like that joke came up multiple times during the weekend. But yeah, it was great. I ended up winning that round, and I was like, okay. I guess Villager is good because I won that. It was the first and only round I won that entire evening. Let's do V. So yeah, it was very comical. We had a blast with it. Boys had an awesome time with it, and then that's kind of what led into Alex saying that it was the best day ever because we went and got pumpkins and got costumes, and then came home, had a great dinner, and then we got McDonald's for dinner. So yeah, and then we got then we just sat and played. So yeah, it was awesome. So yeah, and yeah, that was a crazy weekend, lots of fun and stuff. And then so far this week, it's been kind of uneventful. Just been doing school stuff and getting sick. Yeah, like I said yesterday, I spent the entire day yesterday just asleep. Like I felt like absolute crap. And then of course, I don't know, feeling that mom guilt because I'm supposed to be like helping with the children, or the babies as we've been calling them, the dog and the baby. And like I'm sorry I'm not being able to do more. And there were points that you could tell my fiance was getting frustrated last night because I think and the doggo wasn't behaving and stuff, and I felt bad. But not much I can do about being sick, and I know that, but I still apologized, and he yelled at me for apologizing. Well, not yelled, but he told me don't apologize. So yeah. This way. So yeah, that was basically my week. So now we can move into the tag questions. So yeah, it works out nicely. About half the WIP and chat is me talking about my week, and the other half is the tag questions. So sorry. That was gross. Okay. Okay. I'm just gonna take a sip here. Okay, so these are the spooky Halloween tag questions from, what is that, Mama Cat's losing it. That's kind of fun. Mama's Cat's losing it. I am too, Mama's Cat. Okay, so favorite horror or Halloween themed song. I don't know if it really, well, I guess it is kind of a horror. Repo, the Genetic Opera It's a gothic opera that, you know, I absolutely love. I haven't watched it in a few years, and I probably should. But yeah, it's definitely gory and stuff like that, and spooky, and a lot of like post-apocalyptic what ifs and stuff like that. Basically, if you like musicals and you like horror or gory movies, then I recommend it for you. If you don't like gore, then definitely don't watch it, because like at one point some guy's like spine gets pulled out. But like the premise behind it is like people use surgery, like plastic surgery, as a fashion statement. Well, more than plastic surgery, like surgery in general, like transplants and stuff like that. And they use it as a fashion statement, but you know, when they can't pay, you got the repo man who comes to reclaim. And of course, you know, that kind of thing gets bloody and messy and all that stuff. But the music in that is absolutely fantastic. I just absolutely love it. And I guess that would probably be like, I don't think I have a favorite from that, but that would be probably the most like like, what's it? Most horror music I listen to. Name something you wouldn't want to run into: a dark forest or in an abandoned building. Dark forest, definitely, because I don't do snakes or wildlife at all, and who knows what's out there. Abandoned buildings feel safer than forests to me, but I mean, obviously, if given the choice, I would not run into either one of them. But yeah, having to choose, definitely abandoned building. Have you ever played with a Ouija board? No, I have not. Because I believe those things are real and I don't mess with that stuff. Favorite horror monster or villain? I don't really watch a lot of horror or really read a lot of horror, so I don't know. I don't think I really have much. I mean, I've seen The Ring and Gothica and stuff like that. But I wouldn't say either one of those are my favorite. Oh my gosh, those movies freak the crap out of me. I decided to watch Gothica when I was home alone, and I'm like, oh, this was a bad idea. I guess I can go with villain. Who's my favorite villain? Scar, Lion King. He's kind of got a creepy edge to him. Oh, especially in 3D. Oh my god, when they released that in 3D years ago, and I saw it in theaters, when he jumped through the green, it was freaky. Like, I was like, whew, I'm glad I'm older watching this. Probably would have scarred me for life. The creepiest thing that's ever happened to you while you were alone. Oh gosh. Well, I think it was probably the first watch through I did of Pretty Little Liars, which, if you guys don't know that show, oh, sun's starting to come out. Sorry, that's gonna mess with the lighting a little bit. Yeah. But yeah, Pretty Little Liars, like, the girls are getting stalked constantly by a cyber bully, basically, the best way to put it. And so of course the sun's coming out right now. So yeah, basically they get stalked by a cyber bully, and like that knows everything they're doing and like all this stuff. And I guess like after the first watch through of that, like I was afraid to walk down my stairs by myself, like at my mom's house, like because you walk down the stairs at my mom's house and it's like a wide open bay window right there, and so like I always felt like people were watching me. And so I'd like run down the stairs and like stuff like that. So I guess like, I mean, I don't know if that counts, but I think that's probably the creepy, like just me creeping myself out while I'm alone. I'm very good about that. You were dared to spend the night in a haunted house. Would you do it? Oh, heck no. I slept over at my friend's house a lot when I was a kid, and her house was haunted, and I never slept when I was there. Never. Like, no. I don't do it. I'm not for it. I'm not brave. Are you superstitious? I would say I am to a point. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and, like, I'm not gonna say, like, black cats are bad luck, walking under a ladder, breaking a mirror, that stuff. But, like, when it comes to, like, Ouija boards and stuff like that, yeah, I'm superstitious. And like I definitely believe that in ghosts and stuff like that. I've had a couple of occurrences where I felt ghosts and stuff like that. So, and like it's been very familiar too, because it's like, okay, well this person or this entity feels like somebody I knew, which is very easy with my grandfather, grandmother, and my dad passed away. Like I have a lot of visits. Do you ever see figures in your peripheral vision? I used to. Apparently I used to see an old man when I was a kid. My mom would always ask me who I was talking to, and I was talking to an old man at my that walked through our living room and stuff like that. What was it? Oh, it's a dog. Okay. I'm freaking myself out now. But yeah, I used to talk to an entity and stuff like that. And then there's been times where I've seen like one of my old cats walk the path that they always walk through the kitchen of my apartment. So yeah, I've definitely seen stuff like that, especially in my peripherals. It was always where the cats were. It's like, oh, there's a ghost cat. And I knew it was a ghost cat because it was before we had our next cat. Which urban legend scares you the most? Anything that has to do with mirrors. Like, yeah, anything that has to do with people coming out of mirrors. That's probably like the most freaky thing. Like, I literally cannot. I don't have a mirror in my bedroom, and I will never have a mirror in my bedroom because I can't. I get too scared. So yeah, I guess I would incorporate like Bloody Mary and stuff like that. Where was I? Do you prefer gore or thrillers? I definitely prefer thrillers. Yeah, I actually watched one for a class last semester. It was Get Out. And man, that movie was messed up. So messed up. So yeah, I definitely prefer the thrillers because it's like that they're not always guaranteed to be freaky and stuff like that, and I have an easier time with them. Gore sometimes can just be too much because it's like, oh well, this movie's a gore movie, so now we're going to try to put in as much blood as we can and useless violence and stuff like that, just because, you know, we need to. Do you believe in multiple dimensions or worlds? I mean, anything's possible. Our science is definitely limited, and who knows what else is out there. I mean, we are just one galaxy, so it could easily be another galaxy of worlds out there. Who knows? Do I believe in it? Like I said, I don't know. It's just kind of, I think it's just kind of one of those things where the proof isn't out there, so, and maybe someday we'll get the proof and we'll see, but as of right now, I'm just gonna keep living in my world as if it's ours, or as if it's the only. Ever made a potion of any sort? Yeah, I have. And I'm not just counting like pouring a bunch of muddy water into a thing and stirring it. I will admit I had a friend back in high school who was into the Wiccan stuff, and we did like a little a love potion thing. It's like you put a bunch of stuff into a pouch with symbols on it, and then the love of your life will ask you out and stuff like that. It didn't work, of course, because, you know, we were just kids, not really knowing what we were doing, but I mean, it was fun to do. Like, it was kind of like a weird craft project with my friends. Do you get scared easily? Yes, I do. That's why I don't do horror and stuff like that, because not only do I get scared, but that it invades my dreams. Like, I actually have a reoccurring zombie apocalypse dream that I cannot stand, so I have not been able to watch any zombie movies because of it. And it always gets triggered when I watch them. Sometimes it just comes randomly too. And sometimes it's like I'm playing a video game, watching down the dream and stuff like that, and it still freaks me out. So yeah, I definitely get spooked easily. Is that her? Yeah, why is she up already? Let's see. Have you ever played Bloody Mary? No. Because, like I said earlier, I don't mess with mirrors. But I was evil. Me and my friend both were evil. When we were at a sleepover and they were playing Bloody Mary, and then we ran up and like knocked on the door while they were doing it and scared the crap out of all of them. It was so funny. And then of course, like after they did all that, they were done and they came downstairs. Like they actually moved the mirror out of the room because like, yeah, we're not messing with this tonight. Because like, you know, you're supposed to put it in a room that's gonna be well lit in the morning and stuff like that to get her to go away. And so they did that, and then of course, like my friend, when she went upstairs, she's like, oh my god, guys, I still saw her in the mirror and stuff like that. And it freaked me and her both out to the point that we asked to go home. And she was like, yeah, I only made that up. I'm like, well, why didn't you tell me that? Because then I would have stayed at the sleepover otherwise. But yeah, it was, yeah. Do you believe in demons / the devil? I mean, I'm definitely not a Christian by any means. I have my reasons, and I know a lot of people are gonna be like, oh, well, no, it's fine. Like, I don't really believe in any kind of thing like that. So, I mean, demons could easily exist, but once again, it's just one of those things where I'm not sure, like, I'm not sure if it was something that was just created to scare people or what, but I mean, I don't feel like I've ever seen a demon. I've seen a ghost, I have not seen a demon. I mean, I know there's like the evil spirits and stuff like that that are wanting to cause harm and stuff like that, but I don't know if I'd call them demons per se. You guys really learned a lot about me today. You're home alone, but you hear footsteps in your house. What do? Hide. Or text my fiance and be like, I'm scared. I don't go investigate on my own. I'm like, there's been a couple of times where I thought I've heard footsteps in the house and stuff like that, but I mean, our house creaks a lot, so I think that's all, or I know that's all it was and stuff like that. But if I actually did hear footsteps, like I do have weapons upstairs that I can I grab to defend myself. I used to actually sleep with a knife by my bedside because, you know, I don't trust people. If you got trapped in one scary movie, which would you choose? Oh gosh. None of them. Like I said, I've literally seen The Ring, and I really don't want to be stuck in that one. Oh my gosh. Or I saw Gothica too, and I don't want to be stuck in that one either. That one was messed up too. I guess I would want to be trapped in one where I could get away from the killer. If you could only wear one Halloween costume for the rest of your life, what would you be? A pirate? I think most of my Halloween costumes over the last few years have been pirates, so that one would be a very easy one to do. And that's funny too, because like there's some years I'm like, I'm gonna go as a witch this year, and then I just don't. I go as pirate again. My gremlin is awake upstairs, standing and okay. Would you ever go to a graveyard at night? I have. Yeah, I'm not afraid of graveyards. I actually spend a lot of my time, well, I used to spend a lot of my time in them with my mom because we used to take pictures of headstones for people who do genealogy who don't live in like the state and stuff like that. There's a thing called Find a Grave where you can just like go and request people to go take pictures, and then the people can just put them in there and stuff like that. And so like mom and I would used to spend our Sundays or Saturdays doing that. I haven't gone in a while. But yeah. So I used to spend a lot of time in graveyards, so I'm not really afraid of them. In a zombie apocalypse, what's your weapon of choice? Well, I guess it would be anything I get my hands on, really, because that's how those usually go. I guess I would just like a nice beefy stick or something, because, you know, you gotta bash their heads in to kill them. Would you rather go to a Halloween party or go trick-or-treating? I would rather go trick-or-treating. I'm not really a big party person. I'm very like, well, I am introverted, although I'm trying to like make myself be a little bit more extroverted lately, but yeah, I did the Halloween party thing for a few years there, prior to me moving in with the kids and stuff like that, and it was fun, but I felt like I was trying to recapture my early 20s as a person in my late 20s, and it just didn't work out for me one year. Yeah, I did something very embarrassing, and I don't remember it. I don't remember most of that party, honestly. I drank too much. Way too much. You're in a horror movie. Are you the final girl, the first to die, the comic relief, the skeptic, the smart one, or the killer? That's a fun question. Well, I'm definitely not the first to die, because I know to run away from stuff. I'd probably be the skeptic, honestly. Because I'm definitely that type of person where it's like, oh, we should do this. I'm like, are you sure? Like, you want to run towards the killer? Are you serious? Like, why? Like, that seems like that would be my role, and I think that would be me. Do you have to watch something happy after watching a horror movie so you can go to sleep? Dude, I have to watch something happy after Sunday Scary some nights so I can go to sleep. So yes, I need to end my day on a good note. I'm also one of those types who tries not to watch horror movies during the night because, yeah, no, thank you. Whilst watching, very fancy, whilst watching scary movies, are you the person who yells at the characters, person with their eyes covered the whole time, or the person who falls asleep? I'm the person who yells at the characters. I'm the person who sits there like, oh, look at that, you died. You know what would have prevented that? Walking away from the killer. You know, that's me. Because I have to do something to keep myself like grounded and being like, okay, this is fake, this is not real. I know, I'm such a chicken. Are you the one who gets scared or does the scaring? I've kind of been both through my life. So the first time I watched The Ring was in high school with, like, we were at a sleepover with my friends and stuff like that. There was like 4 of us there. And we watched The Ring the first time, and of course, right after the video played, the phone rang. And it freaked, like, my friend Brittany, like, she is easy to freak out. Oh my god, it's hilarious. So yeah, that happened, and that scared all of us, honestly, because like we didn't expect it coming and stuff like that, and it wasn't on purpose either. Somebody actually called the house, so I was like, okay. The second time we watched the movie, it was, of course, the era of cell phones and stuff like that, but I watched it with another group of friends, and one of which who hadn't seen it, and one of which is a coward, and we called her cell phone right after the movie played. Like, we had it all planned out and stuff like that, and so we freaked her out with it. And then back to Brittany. This is not a Halloween story. This is actually a Christmas story, but it was actually right after Christmas. We were all having a big sleepover at my friend Kristen's house, and her parents, her mom and stepdad, worked for the school district. And so, like, there was this deer that was in the middle school auditorium that they brought home. During the night, her stepdad, like, moved the deer right outside the bedroom door. And, of course, poor Brittany, had to go to the bathroom in the middle of the night. And this is also my friend's house that's haunted, too, so that makes it even better. So, yeah, she had to go to the bathroom in the middle of the night and opens the door, and this deer head is staring at her, and she just screams and fell backwards all like across all of us and stuff like that. It was freaking hilarious. So yeah, and then of course I got scared a lot when I was working with my old coworker Todd. He 6 foot tall guy, hides in the tiniest little places and jumps out and scares you in the back of in the dairy cooler at Wegmans. So fun stuff. So anyways, yeah. So I've kind of been both. I've been scared. Like I scared the boys too. Like they've been like doing these like horror like ghost hunting games on Fortnite and stuff like that, and when it gets really intense and stuff like that, I'll yell boo and scare them. Let's see. Favorite scary book? I don't really have one. I mean, I haven't read any horror, and that's about to change though, because I have to read Pet Sematary by Stephen King for a class. So maybe that'll turn into my favorite scary book, just because it's my only one, but we shall see. And that was funny because I'm like, oh yeah, I gotta start reading this, and then my fiance's like, well, you can always listen to it on an audiobook, and I kind of just like looked at it, I'm like, no, I think I have to read this one. And I'll do the Joey from Friends and stick it in the freezer if it scares me too much. Like he does with The Shining, and Little Women too, actually. How old were you when you saw your first horror movie? High school. I was in high school. I think I was like a junior or something. I think I was like 16 or something like that. Yeah, I think that sounds about right for the timeline. What was your first Halloween costume? I know one year I was an angel. Like I have to think back to the pictures of me and my brother, because like I have a million pictures of my brother and me in our Halloween costumes. I think I was an angel the first year. Pretty sure, unless there's like a picture that I haven't seen yet, but I think that's the early, like the youngest one that I've seen. What are you gonna be for Halloween this year? Well, if I do anything, I'll probably just throw on a pirate costume if we decide to dress up with the boys, because yeah, I don't really have a witch's hat or anything like that, so just gonna have to mess with it and stuff. If you could have a spooky Halloween pet, black cat, owl, bat, rat, wolf, what would you pick? Black cat. I used to have a black cat when I was younger at my dad's house, and she was a brat, but she was I loved her so much, and I'm bummed that, oh, where did that come from? Is this color? Oh, it is. Okay, cool. I'm bummed that I couldn't name her what I wanted to, because like at the time my dad was, I don't know, were they dating at that point? I don't know, but I had a friend there named Ashley, and I think our parents were dating at that point, because I know at one point they dated for a little bit. But yeah, we got this cute little black kitten. Then he's like, okay, well, what do you want to name it? And I wanted to name her Midnight, and I was told, no, we can't name her. We have to name her Lucky, so we make the bad luck go away. And I was like, well, okay, I guess. So I kind of settled for it. But you know, she was a sweetheart, and she was a brat, but a sweetheart at the same time. She was a sweetheart on her terms, I guess I should say. But yeah, my dream is to have a black, like actually the next cat we're getting, when it's time for us to get another cat, it's going to be a black cat. So yeah. And is that it? Okay. That is it. Okay. So that was fun. Yeah, unfortunately I'm not a more fun spooky Halloween person. I'm definitely just like a enjoy the holiday type person. So yeah. So what is coming up this week? Honestly, I don't know. I have plenty of unboxings ready to go. I have to record some more post reviews, but I'm still getting caught up on post reviews from like August. So yeah, I need to get better about posting. It's just one of those moments of, or no, I'm into September now. I just realized that, because I did the Bobo Chocolate Trouble. And it was funny, I asked my fiance to get that up, and then later last night, I sat up suddenly like, oh my god, we never posted a video. He's like, yeah, we did. I'm like, oh, okay. Just goes to show this cold is kicking my butt. But I'm glad I had the energy to do this for you guys today. I didn't want to make it late again. Like, I felt so bad for last week and stuff like that, but man, moving out of mid-semester, hopefully things will get easier and we'll just be able, well, I mean, October's busy anyways because, you know, you got Halloween and then Drake's birthday's coming up. His birthday is the day before Halloween, so we're just trying to, like, coordinate everything. But we're pretty much set for his birthday. We just need to get one more gift. And, yeah. And then we also have to get something for my mother-in-law because her birthday is on the same day as Drake's. And I was, like, talking to my fiance about it the other day. I'm like, you know, your parents kind of got screwed here because, you know, his mom has the same birthday as Drake and his dad has the same birthday as Alex. And it's like, okay, well, we're so focused on their birthdays, sometimes their birthdays kind of get forgotten until it's like, oh wait, we gotta get something for them. So we're like, I'm like, man, your parents kind of got screwed here, huh? But yeah, so next step is figuring out, like, family parties and stuff like that. We got Halloween all situated and looking forward to trick-or-treating with the kids and possibly the dog. We still haven't decided if we're gonna bring Zero with us trick-or-treating just because, like, it's a long walk for his little legs and it's just gonna turn into one of us carrying Sydney and the other carrying Zero, but we'll see. And then we're also, if we do take him trick-or-treating, we'll probably get him, like, a little puppy costume because why not? It sounds like fun. So yeah. But anyways, I do have a couple of post reviews I still need to film, because I finished Cauldron of Myrrh and I finished La Katrina Witch. So I need to do post reviews on that one, especially La Katrina Witch, because it is a new to me shop, and man, or Loa, man, they're fantastic. I'm excited. I can't wait to order more from them. But yeah, you guys will see that in the post review. And I do have a lot of unboxings that I can just throw up. I'm not sure which one I want to do first or next, but I'll figure it out. And then soon we're getting towards the end of the month, so soon we're going to do a month in review, and this one's probably going to be a little on the small side because I've only completed one painting this month so far. And I keep, like, being like, well, I can pull out this little snack size I have and just to get a second finish. But do I want to do that? I don't know. Or do I want to try to push this one? I will say, the mystery kit that I'm working on that I said I wanted to have finished by the end of the month will not be finished by the end of the month because I don't even have the first row finished on it. I have not been able to sit and film because all of my, like, for that I have to record, and since, like, Sydney likes to mess with my stuff when I'm recording, I can't do it while she's up and moving. So I've kind of, like, lost, like, and after she's in bed, I've been, like, spending that time doing homework. So I've kind of, like, lost a lot of time on that. So I'm going to try to finish it next month, although next month we do have Night Court November stuff, so we shall see. I'm gonna just keep working on it as I can, and hopefully I'll just hit a point where I'll just keep going and get it done. This pumpkin smile in the background kind of makes this one look like it's got kitty ears. And then eventually I will have a small shop haul coming because I have some washi tape coming because, you know, Amanda Michelle Designs did an awesome 30% off Halloween sale, and I'm like, ooh, yes please. And Amazing Crafts had her recent Halloween drop, so I got a few things there. So I'll be opening that stuff up, and then be nice if all of my, because I also have the Drills and Chills event tray from Bijou Bliss coming too. So if I do that, then I have 2 sponsors for Night Court November and 1 small shop haul, so we shall see. But I don't know if the Bijou Bliss tray will be here with the rest of the stuff because all the rest of the stuff already shipped and Bijou Bliss tray hasn't. Hi, Pupper. Getting some water. Okay. Well, I probably should stop talking before I completely lose my voice. So, thanks guys for hanging out with me and putting up with my illness here. I'm sorry for all the sniffling and the coughing and, well, I don't know if I coughed. Well, I'm sorry for the sniffling and stuff. But hopefully this cold just goes away quick. My friend said that she's still sick with hers and she got hers last week, so maybe not, but we'll see. Okay, so yeah. Hi, Popper. He's looking at me all cute like. If you like this video, be sure to give me a thumbs up. And throw me a comment. Let me know how you guys are doing. What are your big Halloween plans? And for our emoji today, I want to say the Halloween one for next week. So let's do something like a campfire outdoorsy, because we got this cute little campfire here, and there's a campfire in the painting and stuff like that. Hold on, Bobby, I'll take you out in a second. So yeah, let's do something like campfire-y, like s'mores or campfire or just fire or something along those lines for our emoji today. And if you're not already subscribed here and you sat here and listened to me ramble for an hour, you're probably going to like it here. So go ahead and hit that little subscribe button down there, and then hit that bell to be notified whenever I post new videos. Generally, WIP and chats go up on Wednesdays, but other things like small shop hauls, post reviews, unboxings, those are more random, so you definitely want to hit that bell to be notified whenever I post new videos. And yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye.